Hi, so this is my reflection of the mock therapy session that I did with my client Sam. Um, so it was very interesting. So backstory, I do therapy sessions with my clients in my field placement. So I try to have that same like precedent in terms of like um the way I speak, the way I talk, and kind of trying to actively listen so I can engage and respond in ways that show that I'm actively listening to the story. Some things that I felt like I could really do better on was I'm pretty new to CBD or yeah, CBT, and I wanted to kind of get deeper in questioning. So I kind of wrote up this whole like intensive agenda that I wanted to, in a sense, ask Sam. Um, and I also wanted it to flow naturally. So all of the questions that I had, I kind of didn't really ask. I kind of just went off a whim of just wanting to make sure I got that CBT component in there. And I wasn't sure which angle I was going to go. And then once I decided that I was going to use the CBT figure, I came up on the whim of just making two and comparing them. And so I kind of really like that. And then me and Sam kind of, or me and Kim talked about that afterwards and how well that kind of went. Um, I could tell in the video after watching that I felt a little not confident when I was doing it. So that's something that I think I can work on, but also can naturally just come with the experience of being a better social worker. Some other things that I did not touch on and I kind of wish I did. I kind of like jumped the gun once I realized I was hitting 45 minutes and was like, I need to end this thing, is kind of reminding Sam to use breathing techniques when she feels overwhelmed and showing Sam what those look like. So that was something that I kind of wish I would have touched bases with Sam while also showing Sam how to adjust how she thinks and adjust her thoughts. So that was kind of really helpful. Considering that I'm actually going through something like that right now with a client in my actual field placement. So I'm interested in showing them breathing treatments. I actually do. So I've been using like or not trigger words. How did I explain it? I've been using like a point word or something. So for one of my clients, their biggest issue is that they overthink. And so I decided to have him come up with a word that he can think of that will remind him to center himself back when he starts to do those ruminating thoughts. And so that word that he came up with was calm. And so we've been kind of working on that. Like whenever he kind of goes into that spiral, he kind of reminds himself calm, breathe in and out. Let's focus on something else because, so that's been working really well with one of my clients. But I want to try the breathing treatment and the adjusting of thoughts with the CBT person with one of my other clients that's going through some things. So, um, I really did like doing this mock interview. I kind of wish I would have done one in the beginning so I could have compared the two, and how before and after and see how the progress goes. So that's something that I wish I kind of would have did. I did do mock interviews in another class, but those were more so of a BPSS. But yeah, I am so excited to become a better social worker, become a better therapist through practicing these skills and just overall getting better and more natural with it because I feel like a robot. But yeah, that is my reflection for today. Thank you and talk soon.